I arrived to a high-ceilinged hotel mezzanine as the lights of downtown Denver flickered through enormous glass windows in 2017. In terribly uncomfortable shoes, I made my way over to a group of women I had known over many years of collaborating with agencies in Colorado to do research on violence against women. Gathered for a fundraiser and dressed in far different clothes than we usually wore when we met across conference rooms, our conversations differed too. Earlier that week, the movement that Tarana Burke started in 2006 had exploded onto social media as #MeToo in the wake of reporting about media mogul Harvey Weinstein. Would things be different this time? Wondered this group of women who had spent decades working with victims and survivors of intimate violence. I use victim and survivor interchangeably throughout the book, and recognize that people vary in the terms they prefer be used. I also recognize that while I refer to people using the terms victim and survivor, intimate violence is but one part of women's stories. After all, women have endured sexual and physical violence at the hands of romantic partners, invading armies, and powerful men over millennia. Across that history, women's stories of violence have occasionally bubbled up to capture public attention, only to fade away. Something felt different, though, then and now. Awareness of violence against women in its many forms, sexual assault, domestic violence, intimate partner abuse, stalking, and sex trafficking, has never been greater. Since 2017, social media feeds have continued to share Me Too posts and stories of sexual assault. News outlets tell us about the rise in murders of women by their lovers, along with the toll that physical violence, stalking, and sex trafficking take on women around the globe. Award-winning films and television series, from prestige cable dramas to hard-hitting independent documentaries, bring the sights and sounds of relationship violence into our homes. Nonprofits across the country continue the unending work of providing victim services and advocacy. The federal government invests billions in victim services.